Tip, Black Power, giving all honor to the Creator, giving all honor to the ancestors as always. My sister, Chief of Staff, Brother Harris Abdul of the Street Law Soldiers. My in-laws, my father, and all of the ancestors and brothers and sisters that are fighting for the liberation and salvation of our black nation. What I want to talk about right now is these motherfucking renegade animal motherfucking white right-wing motherfucking conservative ice ate snow monkey ass pigs, what you all call the DC police, who are violating black men all over the city at any given time. And they've been so used to doing this shit because there's been no retaliation. And black men have not been bucking back against these motherfucking police up until the young guards in Northeast on June 13th, where they were straight up violated, and it was caught on video about these motherfucking these snow monkeys who have an agenda to murder black men, not only in Washington, D.C., but all across the United States of America, under the regime of this stinking motherfucking Donald Trump. Now, what they did, see, this is how these motherfucking crackers are in the street, going after black men in the District of Columbia. And once again, I tell you all, don't fall for that bullshit about the nation's capital. Everything is all peaches and cream down this motherfucker, because it's pure fucking hell. We are under the serious, thick lash of the system of racism, white supremacy, in this criminal injustice system down here. This is headquarters for Satan. This devil here, Peter Newsham, who's the fucking chief, he's the chief of police, who unleashes his animal motherfucking cracker police officers and task force, warrant squad, child support services, unleash these motherfucking crackers on black men and women in DC on a daily and consistent basis. And if you look at this motherfucking non-melanated eyeball ice ape, you can see the hatred that he has for the black man and woman. And I primarily the black man, because the black woman is one of his prizes. And some of you little sluts and hoes that call yourself swirling with these goddamn animals, you need to be dealt with too. We're gonna get to that at a later time, because nobody's getting away with shit no more. And he unleashes these motherfucking crackers on these young black youths and men on a daily and consistent basis. This is June 13th, where these goddamns and these bootlicking motherfucking niggas, these nigger cops, these shucking and jiving, bojangling ass, rice-eating motherfucking black nigger cops, who will fuck a black man up to prove to his white constituent, that he doesn't show any favoritism towards his motherfucking people. So he will be the one to inflict the most damage and injury on a black man in Washington, D.C. And these motherfucking niggas jumped out on these brothers, and the brothers refused to be searched for no reason. They have not violated any or broken any laws or committed any violations. Whereas this nigga here supposedly is an informant that had a weapon on him and was cut loose. And these motherfucking pigs planted this motherfucking cotton picking, boot licking motherfucking nigga in the midst of these young men that were just congregating, socializing. No drugs or alcohol were found on the scene and on no person. But this nigga here, this house nigga was planted. And witnesses, the young men saw this motherfucking buck dancing ass motherfucking bojangling nigga get cut loose, and they saw the weapon. But yet, these motherfucking crackers and these police continue to harass and violate and began shoving the rest of the young men out that were out there. But see, they were being filmed, and they didn't run into the average nigga in DC that fully cooperates all the time, that's scared out his goddamn pants every time the police pull up. They're about to piss on their motherfucking self because they so motherfucking scared. They ran into the right goddamn G's that day. And now charges are being filed against these motherfuckers. And we need to ask for the resignation of Peter Newsom's racist ass to step the fuck down. And the mayor, she's so busy chasing pussy that she doesn't have, her interest in a black man is so motherfucking far beyond her imagination, her thought process, that she's allowing these goddamn crackers to violate these men because she has disdain for black men. And while she runs around, all up and down U Street in the nightclub circuit and the nightclub corridor chasing motherfucking skirts, our young men are being fucking violated, shot, beat half to death by these goddamn animals. And no one says nothing. This is the U Street corridor on Friday and Saturday nights, where you have herds of motherfucking crackers roaming the motherfucking streets, in the middle of the streets yelling, drunk as a motherfucker, high off goddamn ecstasy pills, Percocets, Mollies, and all types of shit. Swarming in packs, in 40 and 50 at a time, up and down the U Street corridor, up and down the H Street corridor. No arrest is never made. And you mean to tell me that there's no white motherfuckers that break law in the District of Columbia? So why is it 99.9% of the inmates in DC jail black, and the other percent is Latino? The nightclub corridor where these white faggots get drunk, they come out their mouth fucked up, and they're protected by these goddamn pigs, calling motherfuckers niggas, spooks, and all types of shit when they're intoxicated, because they know if a motherfucker knock their goddamn head off, they're going straight under the motherfucking jail. They sit, it's like goddamn Rome, modern day Rome down that motherfucker. Flooded with homosexuals and lesbians and these motherfucking thrash, these long boot wearing, black eyebrow motherfucking crackers with these long goddamn black jackets on. These thrash motherfuckers, along with the LGBT community. And they running up and down U Street and H Street, on and hopping on and off the goddamn streetcars, holding up traffic with these goddamn bikes, these bicycles. As long as blacks were living in D.C., they never had bicycle lanes until this gentrification shit came into play, where these crackers are land gobbling, throwing our people and our elderlies on the streets, making them leave and move to another fucking state. And we don't say anything. We greet these motherfuckers. I see some of these niggas around here greeting these motherfucking crackers like they family and they okay. And I don't say a motherfucking thing to them. Cause I don't want to have a conscience when it's time to run these motherfuckers up out of here. Cause none of you motherfucking crackers know me. And that's how it's supposed to be. You motherfuckers are supposed to be uncomfortable. You just don't move in the neighborhood where blacks, 2 and 3 generations of black people lived and died in these neighborhoods, and you come through this motherfucker, demanding changes. Having the police patrol people that been living here all their motherfucking lives. Because you're scared of the black man. You're scared of the black woman. Goddamn Ice 8 cave bitch. This is DC jail. Now you tell me where you see one motherfucking cracker. So you mean to tell me that all crimes are committed, all drug and alcohol possessions and public intoxications and DUIs, DWIs, burglaries, unlawful gun permits, and unlawful gun possession charges are all black men? If you think I'ma believe that shit, you out your goddamn mind. And at the same time, this little girl was murdered. Behind the fact, now let me just break this down to you on how these fucking drugs get here. The DEA, the frogman in Colombia, transported to Miami, Florida. From Miami, Florida, it goes to the mayors and councilmen of each city, of each inner city. These councilmen and mayors and local government officials pass the drugs and the weapons down to task force members, which are these crooked motherfucking cops. These motherfucking cops pick who is going to push the drugs for them, and they pay them, give them a cutback off the drugs monthly. That's how the drugs get here in the black community. Same with the weapons. They'll drop a truck or have a train, CXX train, leave the doors unlocked and let the train stop on the outskirts of the inner cities. And so, when black men and women go into the trains and take these weapons and sell them and distribute it among each other, then you got gun violence and you got drugs in the community. And then these crackers sit back and say, look what these niggas are doing. They're killing each other. But you give them the drugs, you give them the guns. The same Russian assault weapons and AR-15s and M16s, military weapons, that possibly murdered this girl came from one of you motherfuckers. Because how can a 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old boy get a Russian assault weapon from Russia, from Moscow to goddamn Clay Terrace Northeast? And he's never been out of the district. And so, this shit has to end. And I'm telling you, Black people, your priority is going to have to be strictly, first and foremost, survival. Nothing else matters at this point but survival and defense.
Very, very simple.
Because they are prepared to take us out.
We're going to make trade.
They are ready to take us the fuck down and take us out. How many more of us have to die for nothing? Dr. King said, if it's nothing you're willing to die for out here, you have no business living. And I'm not talking about dying for the cracker shit, his guns and his drugs. Yeah, y'all had to excuse me. I had lost my train of thought for a minute. I had to take a call. But nevertheless, you know, these guns and these drugs are the main sources of our extermination. Although abortion, infant mortality is the #1 killer in the black community. Because we have plenty of different ailments that are killing us in the black community. AIDS, incest, suicides are starting to rise. Homosexuality. I call that, to me, a person's spirit is dead when a man wants to be with another man. His spirit is fucking dead. Especially if he's not trying to change. Which I don't believe you can be a fucking reformed faggot anyway. But that kills the spirit of a man. It breaks the spirit of a man. So we got a lot of things that are ailing and taking us out of here. But how long will the suffering go on before retaliation to its highest degree is implemented? When will we turn the guns all the way around? Turn the guns 180 degrees away from our brother and begin to defend the community, the entire community. Once again, we need our own government. We need our own laws. We need our own land. Because separation is the only answer. Separation is the only solution. Because ever since we laid eyes on this goddamn cave bitch and this motherfucking mountain dog, we have not had peace since. And it has been millenniums of mental, spiritual torment and pain on all levels. It's time for a change, brothers and sisters. Stop being a motherfucking sucker. Stop acting like a bitch. Stand all the way up. Put the dope down. Put the crack down. Let's stand all the way up, y'all. Let's go ahead and move in on this motherfucking cracker. Show him who the real motherfucking G's are. You don't have to prove to me that you a G. Prove to the motherfucker that's trying to take you out of here who you really are and what you're really made of. And I believe if once we watch each other's back and we got each other's back till death, that we can get some shit taken care of.
From inspiring a new chapter.
But until then, until we stand up and retaliate, we're not going to move forward. You can talk all the praying, all that marching, all that motherfucking singing. You already know it hasn't worked. You already know books don't work. You already know thinking. You cannot outthink a savage. Because the savage is beyond reasoning. That's what makes him a motherfucking savage. Because he doesn't understand reason or logic. The only thing he understands is bloodshed. Until we're willing to take the head off this motherfucker and you all stop being scared of this motherfucking cracker. Stop letting him violate you, sticking his hand in your ass, feeling your penis. Because he's a homosexual. Now these crackers got a thing where they rape you without touching you. They have you with your hands up against the car. They go to their car and play like they're calling your name and to check for warrants. And while you're bent over with your hands on the car, he is actually masturbating in the car off of your ass. This is how sick these motherfucking crackers are. That uniform just gives him, and swearing in, taking the oath that he will seek, kill, and destroy any nigga that gets in his way. How can you sit in the black community, and I see you black people, you walk past each other, your face is tight, you don't speak to one another, but soon as this ice ape comes through with them shitty, fucking nasty dogs that they practice bestiality with on a daily and consistent basis. When they walking down the street having the dog shit and they pick the shit up with their motherfucking hands. That hot shit. He's a goddamn savage. And they say dog is man's best friend. It's his best friend. And it's also his girlfriend and her boyfriend when applicable. You don't have to believe nothing I tell you. But I can show you better than I can tell you. And I'm going to do a video on bestiality to show y'all, because a lot of y'all don't believe. A lot of y'all actually think that this cracker is civilized, that he's clean. Although the system of racism, white supremacy, white inferiority applies to some whites too, that does not give you the green light to fuck with those whites either. I've never had any good relationship or good experiences with no cracker on the planet. Never. Never. I could tell you a whole bunch of shit. But that's for another time. Time for war. Time to stop playing. Time to stand up. Stop letting our babies get killed. Stop letting our babies die. Because not only did Kaya lose her life, but the shooters are going to lose theirs too. No one wins when it comes to black on black violence. No one. But the cracker.
Did this renowned mathematician by his...
No one wins but the cracker. But when white casket start rolling in the white community like they do in the black community, this shit will stop yesterday. But we are afraid. Because you got a white supervisor. You have a white manager. But don't worry about that. Don't lose your livelihood. Because you can be the spook who sat by the door. Because sometimes those motherfuckers that you see on social media with all this bark don't have no bite. Trust me when I tell you. I know this from experience. I'm an expert on human behavior. And stop looking for the best intellectual, the best talking motherfucker with no substance. Next time you watch one of these so-called scholars or lecturers or whatever, text them and ask them how many people have they fed? How many people have they clothed and fed? How often do they frequent the black community? What's the name of 5 gangbangers? How many press conferences have you held in the hood? And I'm not talking about promoting no lecture or no fucking debate. If you don't get any answers there, then that's someone that has not put not one motherfucking ounce of work in. Check my videos out from 8, 9, 10 years ago when we were feeding the homeless, which we continue to do to this day. Clothing drives. Because then people will listen to you because their stomachs are full and their bodies are warm. And then they might believe and take your word for who they really are when you tell them that they're the gods and goddesses, the cream of the planet Earth. Once again, my condolences go out to the parents of the young goddess who made her transition Monday evening. Hotep, Black Power.